It was June 2015. Ramesh, a small farmer, stood at the edge of his field, waiting for the monsoon. He had borrowed money for seeds and fertilizer, just as he did every year. But the rain never came. Weeks passed. The soil cracked under the scorching sun. His crops failed before they could even grow. What Ramesh didn't know was that the reason wasn't in his village, its state, or even in India. It was happening 15,000 kilometers away in the Pacific Ocean. A massive shift in the ocean temperature was beginning to alter weather pattern across the world. Scientists call this phenomenon the El Niño. Today, in 2026, while India is already dealing with economic uncertainties caused by tension in the Middle East, scientists are warning that another powerful El Niño may be developing, one that could once again threaten agriculture, food price, and lives of millions of Indians. Ramesh's story is fictional, but the crisis was real. During the 2015-16 Super El Niño, many parts of India faced drought conditions, water shortages, and reduced production of crops. A single change in the Pacific Ocean had triggered a chain reaction across the globe. Now, in 2026, scientists are once again watching the Pacific Ocean carefully. Some forecasts suggest that another powerful El Niño could be developing. But how can a warm water in a distant ocean influence rainfall in India? And if a super El Niño does occur, what could it mean for farmers, food price, and the Indian economy? Before going to that, let's try to understand what El Niño actually is. Centuries ago, fishermen along the coast of Peru and Ecuador noticed that the water in the Pacific coast turned unusually warm and the fish disappeared, typically around the month of December. They named the event the El Niño, meaning the little boy. This name was in reference to the Christ child because it often appeared during the Christmas season. Under normal condition in the Pacific Ocean, trade wind blows from east to west along the equator, taking warm water from South America towards Asia. To replace that warm water, cold water rises from the depth in a process called upwelling. This normal pattern is occasionally disrupted by two opposite phases, the El Niño and La Niña, also known as the El Niño Southern Oscillation. In this video, we will discuss the phenomenon of El Niño and its impact on global weather conditions, especially in India. As we understood that under the normal condition, trade winds carry warm surface water from South America towards Asia, and to replace that warm water, cold, nutrient-rich water rises from the deep ocean. This nutrient-rich water supports abundant marine life, making the coast of South America one of the world's richest fishing grounds. But during El Niño, the trade wind weakens, or sometimes even reverse. As a result, the warm water that normally accumulates in the Western Pacific flows back towards the Central and Eastern Pacific, including the coast of South America. Now here it is important to note that the Pacific Ocean is so large that it covers nearly 1/3 of the Earth's surface, and when such a vast area of ocean becomes unusually warm, it releases enormous amount of heat into the atmosphere. As a result of this extra heat, there are intense cloud formation, and the part of South America, such as Peru and Ecuador, often experiences heavy rainfall and flooding. Australia and Indonesia frequently suffers from drought and increased risk of wildfire. Eastern Africa may receive above normal rainfall. Southern Africa often experiences drier conditions. Some regions of North America can experience wetter or warmer winter than usual, and India is no exception. India's agriculture depends heavily on the monsoon rain. But during an El Nino year, the monsoon wind often weakens, bringing less rainfall to many parts of the country. With less rain, crop production declines and the risk of crop failure increases. As a result, farmers earn less income, food price rises, and the cost of living increases. These effects ripple through the economy, slowing economic growth and putting additional financial stress on the country. And this is not a theoretical possibility. In 2015, the world experienced one of the strongest El Nino ever recorded. Across many parts of India, rainfall during the southwest monsoon season remained below normal. Farmers faced water shortages, reservoirs received less inflow, and agricultural production came under pressure. But the impact was not limited to India. Severe drought struck part of Africa and Southeast Asia, while floods affected regions of South America. Indonesia witnessed massive forest fires, releasing huge amounts of smoke into the atmosphere. The event demonstrated how a change in the ocean temperature in the Pacific Ocean could influence weather patterns across the entire planet. This is why scientists are paying close attention to the Pacific Ocean in 2026. For most people, El Nino is just a scientific term, but for the farmers like Ramesh, it can determine whether crops grow or fail, whether debts can be repaid, and whether families can earn a stable income. Because in our interconnected world, a change in the water of the Pacific Ocean can shape the lives of millions of people thousands of kilometers away. And that is why understanding El Nino matters.